Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today I will be talking about a few Makeup Forever items. So I've only been using this probably within the past week, and it hasn't been every day because we're at home right now. So the days that I do get up to actually go somewhere or do like some kind of run, like an errand or something, I will slap these bad boys on just to try it out. But I will say the one thing that I have been trying on almost every day, even though I'm not going anywhere, are the lipsticks, which you'll hear about a little bit later. But absolutely love them. The colors are phenomenal, and gosh, I mean, just how hydrating they are, it's so good. So let's get started. So right now I'm just gonna moisturize, and I'm using the Charlotte's Magic Cream, which is one of my favorites. It's kind of a new bottle. I ended up getting this new one for Mother's Day because it was something that I wanted, and so my husband went ahead and just got it for me. So I'm just applying this on, really focusing on those areas. And I've already toned my face earlier this morning, and then had a different moisturizer and put on a serum, which I'm trying out, but I just ordered a new one from Tarte. So I'm gonna try that one out, and can't wait till that one comes in. Okay, so what I normally do is once I lay the cream on, I'll let that sit for a little bit, and at this point, I go ahead and do my eyebrows. Now, there's nothing special about doing my brows, like at all. They are microbladed, but I do need to get a second touch-up, only because around the front here, I like it to be a little bit more squared off. And sometimes normally when you get microbladed anyway, it's like a 2-appointment process anyway. So what I'm using is the Cream Gel Brow by, is it Benefit? Yes, by Benefit, one of my favorites. And I do it pretty quickly, so I'm not really gonna sit here and bore you, so I'm just going to fast forward through this part, and then that way you kind of get the gist of it. Next we're gonna talk about is foundations. So I guess back in the day, like it's been such a long time, we all know that Makeup Forever HD was like a huge craze, and for a really good reason. This is definitely my go-to when I do makeup for weddings, quinceañeras, senior pictures, anything like that. It holds up beautifully. It photographs just so pretty, and it really holds and it stays. And it's been a really long time since I've actually used this, so I don't remember my actual shade color. But I do have quite a few here. And then I also have this one, which I know will be a little too dark, but that's totally okay because you can always mix your foundations. Makeup Forever has come out with Reboot, and it brightens, it smooths, it firms, it hydrates, and it evens out. And I've used this I got this probably about 2 weeks ago, but I really didn't start until like almost a week later. And I gotta say, I'm highly impressed. It hydrates, it doesn't really accentuate my fine lines at all around my eyes. That's normally where I can see it, is around here and then around my chin area. This is kind of where I tend to dry the most, and right between my brows. Yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and play with this, and then I will probably add a little bit of the HD because it's been such a long time that I've used it that I'm kind of excited to try it. So I'm gonna use my little handy palette thingy here, and I'm gonna do one pump. And I will be using the Makeup Forever brush in number 108. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to lightly put this, and I always start off light when I do any kind of makeup. It's always easier to add more than it is to take away. And so that's how I roll. But I just love how it goes in. It evens out my skin tone. And a little does go such a long way. And this brush is phenomenal. This, honestly, is the first time that I'm using this brush. So, and it feels really good. It's soft, so easy to apply. And so here are the things that I look at when I am applying a foundation. I want to make sure that I can still see my freckles, which I can. I feel like it's lightweight. It's definitely hydrating. It's not like holding on to like any of my fine lines around here. Like it's just literally melting into the skin. And that's what I love. I like that for every day. I mean, I could totally just go out like this if I wanted to. And I really have, I have dark circles, not like uber dark, but I do, and I didn't really put too much under it because I normally don't. I like to leave that kind of clear with either the eye cream or the moisturizer that I have. But because it's evening out my skin tone a little bit, I feel like I can go ahead and put this on underneath and maybe a little bit here. I get really dark on the outside of my eye. And I feel like if I just put a little bit, wow, I like this a lot. Look at that. I love it. Super lightweight. You could definitely apply this with your hands if you wanted to. I mean, because it's so lightweight. It's not tacky. Gotta wait a little bit just to make sure, but I love this. It's so good. This is gonna be Y235. And we're gonna do one little pump. It's brand new, so there we go. This looks like it's a little cooler. So let me, this is 305. This is 305. So here is Y235 and here's 305. And you can, oops, sorry guys. This is the one that I just put on my palette, but it looks like it's a little cool tone. So, you know what I could do is I could probably just mix it with the Reboot. We're playing here. Ah, okay, that was a little bit better. So, I don't want to mix all three, but here they are. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix a little bit of the 235 and the 305, and I'm going to keep it on the outside just to see how it lays. Oh wow, it's real pretty. Oh yeah. Now that formula, now that it's on my face, like it's coming back. Like I remember how much I loved this. So good. So good. So we're gonna go all over. Might as well, right? That's what we're here for. But I gotta say, it lays beautifully over the Reboot. Like it doesn't feel heavy or cakey. It's still hydrating. I mean, the HD has just always been so yummy. Oh goodness, yeah. I forgot how much I love this. Because again, I haven't worn this, gosh, probably in like 2 years. Like I'll put it on everybody else because it's in my kit. But the color that I have is definitely a lot darker and then a lot lighter than what I normally would wear. But I could definitely find out the color that I used to wear because my aunt and I are about a shade apart. And she loves the Makeup Forever HD. That's her main foundation that she puts on. Oh yeah, so good. I love this. I love how lightweight it is. And because I am using the brush, like I don't see any brush strokes like at all. And I think it's, well, obviously it's because of the makeup brush, but just for what I'm used to doing, I will go in with it's a damp beauty blender. It's not 100% damp. It's been sitting out probably for about 15 minutes or so. And it's still damp, but it's not like super wet. And this is how I prefer it. Oh, such a good finish. I could totally just go like this for the rest of the day. It's so good. Goodness. Okay, we are gonna go into concealers. So, we all know that the HD concealers has always been good. This is their Ultra HD. These are obviously a lot lighter than what I'm used to wearing. Makeup Forever has come out with their Matte Velvet Skin Concealers. Now, that matte is probably scaring you because it does say Matte Velvet Skin. But let me tell you, even though it says matte, it is so hydrating. It is so good. Now, I will say that it reminds me a lot of the Tarte Shape Tape because of the doe foot applicator. So let me clean this off. Here's the other thing. Do you guys do this a lot? Because this happens a lot with me. Like I have to clean it off because otherwise there's just too much. But here is the doe foot. I doubt you can even see that when I did that. And here is the matte velvet skin concealer. And you can see that they're basically the same. Now I will say, when you use this, and I mean, you probably won't be able to hear it here through the video, but it has like this little suction kind of thing. And what it does is it pulls off a lot of the excess, so you're not using too much. And that was one thing that I noticed when I pulled this out. So it's like a little tight coming out, but that's because it's pulling out a lot of it. So you're not gonna get a lot on the doe foot applicator, which in return, you're not using a lot of the product, and it's not gonna cake up like around the edges here either. So, and it won't dry up. And I feel like that's actually pretty smart package. I have the shades 3.4 and 4.4. This is definitely a lot darker. I'm gonna try this as a bronzer. We're gonna see how that works. But I'm gonna go ahead and use this underneath my eye right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a little bit on my palette. I mean, I guess I could use it with the doe foot, but I'm kind of used to putting it on my fingers. So the reason I do this is because I like that it warms up with my finger. I feel like it applies a lot better, and I do that with the the Tarte Shape Tape. Okay, so I'm going right there, and I like to blend, and then I'll go back in here with my left hand or left finger, and I blend that down as well. And then whatever's left over, I will go over my eyelid. And if I need a little bit more, I would just go back underneath my eye and pick that up, because again, it's dark and I have a few veins, and I like to really brighten this part up so I don't look so tired. That's what I do. And then I will go in with my brush that I always use for underneath my eye. It's the MAC 170, love it. Can't take me away from it. And I just dab that in. So pretty, and it has the coverage just like the Tarte Shape Tape. And so when Charles was going over this with me, I told him about the doe foot. I'm like, oh my gosh, it reminds me so much of the Tarte Shape Tape, and he knows that's what I use. And he's like, you are going to love this probably so much more better than your Tarte. And I'm like, no way. But yes way, I totally do. As you can see, it covered up those dark circles. I could go a shade lighter, and I probably will buy one when I go to the event this week. And I will go a shade lighter just to kind of brighten up a little bit more, because I do like to have more of a lighter underneath part of my eye. We're just playing here now. I am going to mix a little bit of the HD with the concealer to see if I can brighten it. Not bad. Now, I don't want you to think that it doesn't feel heavy, because I know I'm like piling stuff on or adding it. I'm just layering, and it's very light. I'm using my finger. It's the smallest amount. But because Makeup Forever, the formula, it's so good to mix that it's not going to feel cakey and like heavy, and it doesn't. I hear my husband sneezing. If you hear that, sorry. Oh my goodness, look, it worked. It lined up just a little bit. So good. Okay, totally mixing that. Love. So good. Perfect. Okay, so that's all I did was I mixed the Velvet with the lighter shade of the HD. Totally worked. Obviously, Makeup Forever, their Ultra HD powder is so good. Again, this is one of my aunt's favorites. I haven't used this in such a long time, so I'm pretty excited to use it again. This is going to be I've had this forever. Like, you can't even see the name anymore. But it's the F35 that I do remember. It's from Sigma. It's one of my favorites. So what I'm gonna do is just go right in tap off the excess because I don't like a lot, because again, I crease a lot underneath and have those fine lines, so I don't want everything to like really set in there and accentuate everything. A little bit more, kind of go here, and then just apply it very quickly and lightly with whatever, wherever you put the concealer. All right, let me put this up, and then I go back in with my beauty blender and I just pat that in to make sure everything just kind of melts together and it doesn't look like too powdery, too dry, anything like that. The Chanel, it's almost out completely. I need to order another one. But because this matte velvet skin is a lot darker and the shade 404, we're just gonna play with the makeup and see if I can use this as a bronzer. So here is the Chanel, and then here is the matte velvet concealer. So definitely a lot more pigmented, so we know that a little bit is gonna go a long way. All right, so I've never done this before, like where you just dot it on. Like I'm so used to the cream bronzer, which is still cream, but this time I feel like I'm dotting it on. Oh, Lord help us. All right, so we're gonna do two because Mom over here is scared. And I'm just gonna go in with the original one that I use. It's definitely dirty, so excuse me. But it is the It Cosmetics. This is the number 7ly, oh my gosh, 7ly? It's the Heavenly Luxe number 7 brush. So I'm gonna go in and I'm going to try and bronze my face with, I'm not even contouring, this is just bronzing my face because I normally do this first. Okay, see that? It's definitely bronzing. I may have to go in with a beauty blender to kind of blend it out, but right now we're just placing it. So I like the color, it's very pretty. It's very light. I'm gonna go in just with two. Ooh, definitely getting bronzy on the cheeks here. And then remember, you want to go up, we don't want to go down. And then if you go too far below, that's totally okay. It's not going to kill you. Whatever's left over, I'm just going to put underneath. And then we're going to do, I'm just going to do like 1 and 1 because I am too scared to go any, to do any more. Again, less is more. You can always add if you need to. Hoping it carries all the way over here. And I gotta say, it doesn't dry very quickly. Like I'm able to have time to go around and like play with this. I'm gonna go in with the beauty blender and then I can clean up if I went down a little too far like I did over here. And look, it's actually pretty easy to do. Just go in and clean that up just like that. Not bad. Gotta say, it's cute. I like it. It's just a little bit bronzy. It's not too much, but it's enough because I normally go in with a creamy concealer first before I go in with my powder because I love the way that it sets that way. This is the Laura Mercier in bronze number 2. Love it so much. Has a little bit of shimmer. Very easy to apply. It's just so pretty. And it just bronzes my face. If this is too much bronzer for you, skip it. But this is how I like to bronze my face. I like to apply a cream first and then go over with a powder because I feel like it keeps it on a little bit longer and it'll last longer. So I'm not having to put like so much setting spray and stuff. So my lips are starting to feel a little dry and I should have done this in the beginning because I normally do that, but I just got too excited with the foundation, so I totally forgot. But I'm gonna use the Makeup Forever Ultra HD Lip Booster, which is a Hydra Plump Serum. And I love this so much, it's so good. So here's the color. It looks like it's gonna come off in like this berry color, but it's not. It comes off just like a gorgeous everyday color. A You But Better lip color. So it's super good, it's hydrating, and the cool thing about this little thing is that it's mighty. It has hyaluronic acid in it, and it gives you, it's more of a serum instead of an oil. A lot of the lip oils that I use, they're just sometimes too oily that it just runs down your lip a little bit. But this stays put, it locks in the moisture, and you just apply this before you start doing your makeup. Even when you do your hair and you have your moisturizer on and you're trying to let everything soak in, throw this bad boy on. So by the time that you're done doing your hair and you start your makeup and you're towards the end of it and you're about to apply your lip products, just simply wipe it off with a tissue or with your finger, or leave it on, and apply your lip liner. Okay, we're gonna move on to eyes. So these are going to be Aqua Resist Smoky Shadows, and I have 4 colors. Super pretty. I've been wearing this one and it's gorgeous. So these are definitely 24-hour waterproof, and they're smudge proof, and here in Texas it is humidity proof, so these are not going to budge. Let me swatch these really quick. I'm going to have these on for like maybe a week, you know, the color. So this one is going to be number 11 in Pink Canyon, and I guess we'll just do it right here on my arm. Look how pretty that color is. It's just so, so pretty. Let's see, this one is going to be number 12 in Sunrise. And oh, such a pretty color for every day. Love this so much. This is Cinder, I believe is the way that I'm saying it correctly. This is going to be more of that taupe color. So pretty. Look at that, so pretty. I love that color. Excuse the little burn mark there. Burned myself earlier this week on the oven. And then this one is so good. This is Earth. And I love applying this all over the lid. Look at that, it's just so pretty. I like applying this on my lid and then going in with a blending brush and really blending that out, and then it kind of gives you that radiant effect on top, so you're not having to add anything else. The good thing is too, is that you see how it's starting to go down a little bit, but it's normally pointed. If you take off the bottom, you have your sharpener here. So you just go in, sharpen that bad boy, close it back up, and you're good to go. So I'm going to go in and I am just going to apply this on my lid. And as you can see, it's a great everyday color. It's very shimmery, but not like, it's not glittery. It's not glittery. Goodness, I can't talk today. But it's an everyday gorgeous color. And again, go in with your little finger poppets here, and I blend, and as you can see, I'm going up into the crease right here on the outside, just to kind of give me more of that shape. And you could totally just leave it like this and go on with your day. Blend with your finger. And then I'm going up to the crease just a little bit and out more onto my brow bone. And then boom, look how pretty that is. Every day, slap this on and you're good to go. Just go in with any clean brush, blending brush, and just go in and blend out what you placed on your eyelid. Because remember, we went up a little bit, I brought it up a little bit to the crease. And again, the reason I do that is when I go in, I'm just blending, and it gives me that grading effect. Look how easy that is. Super quick. I mean, you can't get any better than that. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna add a little bit to the bottom lash line, and I do like my lash line to be a little bit darker, but I do like to do a transition shade. So I'm gonna go in with the Makeup Forever Professional Brush in 216, which is going to be more of a dense under eye brush, but it's still soft. It's dense, but it's not like heavily dense, like it's just perfect. So I'm gonna get that same color. I'm gonna go right underneath my eye. And the other reason why I like to place stuff underneath my eyes, I know a lot of people, especially that are older, because, you know, I'm hitting 40 next month, they get scared to place it because they feel like it's going to look like you had a black eye. And depending on the color, that possibly could happen. But the reason I do that is because regardless, I'm gonna have fine lines at any given moment. What I like to do is when I do this, I bring it down a little bit, that it does cover up a lot of my fine line. So the top, I may just leave it, but I do want to add a little bit of color. So I don't have any Makeup Forever shadows, but I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Easy Eye Palette for the Charlotte Darling look. And it's this little compact. And the colors just kind of went off, but it looks like this. I love this so much. It's the perfect color that I like. It's not too, like I don't do silver or anything like that. I don't like anything that's like platinum looking. But this is just this real pretty, creamy, pearlesque iridescent color, and it's just perfect. You can also slap that in the inner corner if you want, but I'm gonna blend it out once I add a shadow. But I really don't want to cover up the shadow too much, just because I do love what it looks like right now. But I'm just going to do a smidge of this color, knock that bad boy out, and I'm going to stay in the crease and then come up just a tad bit. And I have a very high arch, so I have to make sure I bring that color up there, because otherwise I'm going to have nothing but brow bone. But just kind of pay attention to your eye shape and apply how you like. And then if I think that's a little too mauve-y, which I don't mind, like I said, I will go in with a bronzer, and it's normally my Hoola, or I'll go in with the Fenty Shady Biz, because I think it's just a perfect color. I'll go in right over that, and it kind of warms it up a little bit for me, because I do love warm tones. I feel like it looks best on me, other than like the purples and mauves. Because I have brown eyes, makes it pop. And that's it. Like, I'm not being too precise, I'm just putting it on there. I'm gonna go back with this color, and I'm gonna mix these two for the under eye with the same shader brush. And I like that these colors are going to adhere to the Smoke Shadow stick. See? So it's not sticky at all. It's like it just kind of sets. If you want to add something on top, you can. If you want to do, like, I'm just going to grab my finger, dip in this, see the color, and I'm just going to slap that right on top. Make sure I'm picking up the right color. Pretty. That's all I'm doing for the eyes. I know seems like it's like a lot of steps, but it's really not. You just gotta play with it. But again, just go in with the Aqua Resist Shadow Stick, slap that bad boy on, throw in some bronzer in the crease, and you're good to go. Here are the 4 shades again. Super pretty. Oh, wrong one. Love these so much. I use this every day. It's the everyday color. It's what I just put on. This is such a gorgeous shade, and so is this. I mean, they're all beautiful. And again, there's so many other shades that you can use that you can pick up. Now what I'm going to talk about is the Aqua Resist Color Pencil. So normally when I do any eye look, I always go with a liquid eyeliner, and my favorite has always been the Kat Von D one. But these bad boys are amazing. They don't smudge. They're great in the humidity. It does not like fall, like if you get sweaty and you're not getting like the color down your eye, like it's not doing that. They're literally smudge proof. It's humidity proof, and the best part is that it's waterproof. So if you start crying, it's going to hold up. So these are the 4 shades that I have. I have this gorgeous blue color. This is going to be in number 8, Deep Sea. This is going to be number 6 in Forest. I also have number 4 in Sand, which I love. And then there's number 2, which is Ebony. And even though it says it's ebony, we automatically think that it's going to be like a black color, but it's really like a dark brown. It's a mix between the black and a brown, so it's good for day or night. Just love this so much. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch these for you. This one is going to be in Sand. I think I already tried applying it here. Yeah, you can see that it's just this beautiful like little champagne color. Great for the inner eye corner, which I attempted to do, and I just kind of dab it and kind of brightens up. And the one thing that Charles did tell me is that he likes to apply this underneath on the lower waterline to kind of brighten up without being too much in your face. Same difference, except this has more of that iridescence to kind of really make your eyes pop. and make you look more bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. So the next color we're gonna go into is Forest. And where's that? Here we go. Look how pretty that is. This is perfect for fall, and I just pushed too hard, but I love this. Look at that. So, so pretty. Here's the blue, and this one is called Deep Sea. Make sure I don't push too hard because these are so creamy. Look, it's easier if I just do it like this. So this is really pretty. This is like, I don't even know what color this is. It's definitely blue, but I feel like it's just this gorgeous like royal blue cobalt. Like I feel like there's a little bit of like a iridescent purple in there. Oh, it's so beautiful. This would be really beautiful under not just blue eyes, but brown eyes. And then of course, as you can tell, I've been using this. This is gonna be the Ebony. And it's literally just a mix between a black and a brown, but I feel like it's just a dark brown. So pretty. I love it. So if you've used any other eyeliners where it's not a pencil eyeliner, you can only let it can only go up. You cannot bring it back down. This you can. The other thing is that you can sharpen it, and it's built in here. So you're gonna see if I can get it. It'll say sharpener at the bottom, and it shows you that arrow. You need to literally hold that part because there's like a little, like another separation here. You need to hold that part to pull it out, because if here's one separation right here, I don't know if you can see it, like right here, and then here's the other one. If you hold it up here and you're trying to pull it down, it's not gonna come down. You wanna hold it underneath that first part, hold it there where it says sharpener, literally put your finger over the arrow and pull down. And then here's your little sharpener, and you just go in and you sharpen it. So I love that because everything is here and you don't have to have a separate one like I normally had. I'm gonna go in and just apply this over and keep it close to my lash line. And if you happen to go like too crazy with it and it goes up, it's totally okay. I'm gonna go back in with that same brush and I'm going to blend. And if you want a thinner brush, you can totally go in with a thinner one. If you don't want to apply the shadow, the pencil, directly to your eyelid, like what I do with the Kat Von D, I'll just use the shader brush, or even the Morphe M508. It's just the small little one. You can go in with this and literally just swipe it off and then go in. And what this will do is it will give you more precise application, and then you can actually add more color where you want it. So it just depends on what your preference is. The other thing I do want to tell you is that this is sensitive eyes approved. The formulation for it is not going to mess up or irritate your eye. I wear contacts, so another reason why some of the pencils and stuff like that, it just breaks off. I feel like I'm gonna get those like wood shavings like in my eye. I've always been afraid of that. But I love that this is so sensitive to your eyes that it won't irritate it. So I'm just applying a primer. I decided to try a drugstore one, and I gotta say, I am not mad about it. I normally would use the Dior primer. It's one of my favorites. But I went ahead and tried the L'Oreal, the Luminous primer. Gotta say, like, it's pretty spot on. This is kind of like drying and doing all that yummy stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with, make sure I'm not missing anything. Let's do highlighter. I don't have a powder highlighter, but I do have the Ultra HD Soft Light. And this is going to be in the number 30. It's gorgeous, comes in a little tube. I love liquid highlighters. It's kind of a lot, but you know, we're winging it here, guys. And I think I've only used this once, so I'm still learning as I go. So I like to use my finger poppets. I don't know why I call that. I think I got that from Alana. I used to, gosh, I've been watching her on YouTube for a long time, and I think she calls them finger poppets, and it just stuck in my head. So I kind of, maybe I need to come up with like a Spanish word for them. because I could say deditos, but that doesn't sound as funny or as cute as finger puppets. So we'll see what I can come with. But I love how, look, it's just like very natural. It's not like boom in your face. I think it's just perfect. Like for every day. So you couldn't go wrong. And I like to pop it here, rub my brow. And sometimes I like to put it on my dimple, but it just depends. I have to be really careful, but I do prefer to put a cream on my dimple just because, you know, it's where the angels kissed me when I was a baby. Gosh, it's just so pretty. And then again, if you want to go with a beauty blender or a brush and just kind of blend that out a little bit, you totally can. But again, using your finger is totally fine. All right, so I think that was marinating a little bit. So I go through mascaras. I like to try new mascaras. I like to make sure that they're hydrating, but I am literally just finishing up the Climax by NARS. It's really good. I like how it separates my lashes, but I do like this. I prefer the brushes that are a little bit more fluffy and a little bit thicker, kind of like this one. And I'm getting it all over myself, but I know I'm not the only one that does that. Now I'm gonna go into the Lash Princess. This is super affordable. I think I got it off of Amazon for like $4. And then the lower lash line, I always use the MAC Extended Play Giga Black, always. Like, I know Clinique has one that has like a small little itty bitty brush. I'm curious to see how I would like that, but I'm so used to using this that I don't think I would go into anything else. Like, I'm so used to the wand. Okay, love that. All right, so we're almost done. I am going to add a highlighter because I don't have one from Makeup Forever. I just have the Soft Light, which I love. And I'm just gonna go in with the Milk. This is, I don't think I can tell you the shade. Iced, I think. Just a little bit. Apply that on any brush you have on hand. Super pretty. I just kind of go all over with it, not accentuating the fine lines. And then now I'm gonna go in with this blush. I don't know what the color is. This is Makeup Forever. This is actually that little magnetic one. Oh wait, it tells me right here, hold on. This is the Artist Face Color Blush in B308. It's this real pretty peachy color. Gosh, Charles and Roman know me very well. I love peachy tones. I mean, you guys know that I always mix Warm Soul with Luminoso by Milani, and you can tell I'm already running out. I love the peachy tones, and this is so pigmented. The first time I put it on, I was like, whoa, Nelly, like I put way too much on. That's totally fine. So I'm gonna go in with the double-ended brush. I feel like I wanna go in with the fluffier, because I feel like if I use this one, because it's a little bit more dense, it'll like pack it on really good. Now, I may go in with the Warm Soul. I always go in with Warm Soul first. It's just what I do. I don't want to, but I have to. I just like to, it's like I use this for everything. This is always my base. It's like my primer for any mascara, goodness, for any blush. Sorry, Charles, I had to. But I love this brush. It's not even the NARS one. It was the Japonesque. I don't even know what it's, how you say it. They used to sell it at Ulta, and I got it when it was like on sale, and then I guess it's gone, but you might be able to find it on, what's it called, Amazon. But anyway, we're gonna go in with the brush. This again is number 158. Super cute. I'm just gonna go in because it's like very pigmented, as you can see. I'd rather less is more, because I can always go back. Oh my gosh, this brush feels so silky on my skin. Whoa. All right, I'm addicted. Look at that. I'm just putting it on the apple on my cheek. And just really focusing it on here, on the apples and then slightly going up because I don't want to take it all the way up because then it's going to be all peach. But look at that. And then of course I always take it on my nose. Cheek, nose, chin, forehead. Always. Not sure why, but I do it all the time. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. Whoa. Oh my gosh, I just need a little palette to go in there. Okay, so I'm gonna be going back. Look, now I'm adding more. But I gotta say, this is the first thing that goes, and because we're wearing masks now, the blush is the first thing to always go, every single time. Doesn't matter how much setting spray I put on, it's always gonna go. The mask does not help, but we need it. And so I'm not gonna bitch and complain about it. Sorry, I didn't mean to cuss, but I'm not gonna complain about it. I can't get enough of this color. It's so pretty. Uy, mamacita, look. So yummy and so pretty. Okay, so now we're moving on to my favorite part, our lips. So I'll be talking about 3 lip liners that I have and then the new Rouge Artist lipsticks. They're so, so good. Nudes are my happy place. I love nude lipsticks, nude glosses. I also love mauve colors, just like the Pillow Talk. It's the perfect pinky nude. But when Charles and Roman were picking out these colors for me, they did such an incredible job that it took me out of my comfort zone. And I wear reds, but I don't wear them a lot. Like, it's not very often that I wear them unless it's like a wedding or it's holiday, anything like that. So this red that he chose for me was, or is, my favorite red that I have ever worn. I only have, I think, 2 red lipsticks. They're gorgeous red colors. I just didn't feel like it was the right shade for me because I'm very yellow, I have a yellow undertone, very olive skin. And this red that he chose for me is like right on the money. I absolutely love it. So let's get right into it. So the lip liners that I have first is the number 600. It's the Anywhere Caffeine. This is the Artist Color Pencil. Love this so much. This color is so pretty. Look, I mean, I'm gonna have swatches all over the place. The one that I've been wearing lately is Wherever Walnut in number 606. This bottom one right here. And then for the red, this is going to be number 714 in full red. And it's perfect with any red shade. So pretty. So we're gonna start with the Sassy Rhubarb, and I'm gonna go ahead and use the Wherever Walnut and get a little bit closer here, guys. Oy, oy, bear with me. You know what I didn't do? I just realized I didn't put powder on. Other than the T-zone where I did the concealer. Ha! I always put powder all over my face. I always put powder all over. But I don't need to. Okay. Sorry, I just thought of that. Sorry. So we're gonna go in with the Sassy Rhubarb. And look. One swipe. No need to go in twice. That color is pigmented. So good. I love this color so much. It is definitely my everyday color. If you want to go in for a second swipe, you can. Or 3. Now let's go in with this real pretty fuchsia color. I'm gonna go with this one. This is something Loud Lollipop. So pretty. I feel like the camera's picking up a little different color, but it's almost like a watermelon color. And then, see, I didn't get my little peak because I have like peaks on my lips. I will go back in with my lip liner. Go in, clean that up just a bit, and then reshape the top part of my lip. So pretty. I really do love this color. And I normally don't do like pinks like this at all. I normally like shy away from it. Definitely I would change the blush color a little bit more mauve-y, but I mean, if If you didn't do it, it's totally fine, but I do love it. Anywhere caffeine, I like this color. It's kind of the tone that I normally use. Let's go with the Subtle Cider. Oh my gosh, this is so perfect for fall. Oh my gosh, look at that. Look at this color. Oh my gosh. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Now again, I can go in with the lip liner, but I'm gonna show you that you can use this as well because it's got that very like little sharp tip there. It's just one of my favorites, and it definitely will be a fall color that I'm using because a lot of my dresses and tops and sweaters are that rust color, and just stunning. I'm gonna get to that corally orange, which I know my aunt would love. My Aunt B just loves those corally colors. When I first saw it and I applied it, she was the first person that I thought of would be this color. And then my mom would be really good with the fuchsia because she's a lot darker skin tone. Unlike my dad, we're a lot more fair skinned, and my mom is more morenita, just darker. Okay, now we're going to get to number 314 in Glowing Ginger. Look at that. Definitely turn it around. So pretty. Again, these are the Rouge Artist lipsticks, and the way that it's packaged, it's that it is made to look like a lip brush. It's a lip brush inspired application. Make sure I got the right color. So comes like this. You want to pull that up in the bottom part here, so it looks like it's a lip brush. How cute is that? So this is how you want to apply it. They did it this way so that way it could be a one-handed application, so you're not having to hold the lid in one hand or anything like that, because you can't do that with other lipsticks. Oh, I have one here. Okay, so it's just a moisturizer, but look, like, how is this gonna fit? No, you have to hold it and then apply it or put it down. But when you're a makeup artist or just doing makeup in general, you don't have time for that. You need one hand application, and that's what this is used for. So you get it and you apply it, and what I like it is you can hold it either lower or higher, just whatever feels best for you when it comes to gripping it. The other thing that's cool about this is, I'm gonna put this low because if I drop it, then we're done for. The cool thing about this is, look at that tip. Do you see the shape of that? It is used so that way if you do mess up like I did, you could go in like this and literally straighten out your line. And as you can see, I have product on there. And then you just simply wipe it off. How cool is that? So if you don't have a lip liner, like I said earlier, you can literally just turn it on its side and use that as a lip liner to give the shape. And then if you have an turn it around and clean that bad boy up. So I love how they really put in a lot of thought into how they designed the product, not only just the formula and the texture and how creamy it is and hydrating it is, and of course the color pigmentation. It was all about the packaging. You know, you have that great color, you know, pop of color on the bottom that tells you the name and the number of the color. And then just the simplicity of just putting the lid on the bottom and then off you go. Super easy. It doesn't come off. Like, it's just amazing. I love, love, love this packaging. Colorful red. And I just thought I could have used this red with a coral, and I didn't do that. Such a pretty color. Okay guys, so here is the Untamed Fire. Bing! Put that on top. Look how stunning that color is. Beautiful. Oh my gosh, it's just so pretty. And look, I have an so I'm gonna show y'all. And I'm using the tip to line my lip. Again, I'm gonna put that down because if I drop it, we know what's gonna happen. But do you see how I have this right here? I'm gonna go in and literally clean that up. Look, boom. How cool is that? I love that. It's the coolest thing. I love that they did that. And of course, like, if you're gonna come up and not go all the way across to clean up, make sure you wipe it off, because otherwise you're just gonna get a lot more. Look at that. I love this color. I could go the rest of the day wearing this and just being home and just be in this color. It's so pretty. Gosh, it totally whitens your teeth even more. Reds do that. I cannot get enough of this color. I mean, I think it's just stunning. It is so, so pretty. I love that. I don't know if I should take my hair down or not, because I haven't even put spray in it or anything like that, but it's clean hair. I washed my hair last night. But so pretty. I mean, look at that. It's just so, so pretty. Ooh, and I almost forgot. Guys, if you have not used Misfix, you need to. Great for putting on your eyeshadow brush to really pigment those shimmer colors that you want. And then I normally don't spray it directly on my face. I like to spray it up and put my face into it. Okay, just because the misting is not as fine as I would like it to be, which is why overall, I really love this entire makeup look. I am so highly impressed with all the products from Makeup Forever. I'm really impressed with the Reboot. I love how lightweight it is and how it just feels like skin on my face, and it's hydrating and it's not making me look any more dry, because I'm already dry as can be. And of course, the star of this entire video is these lip shades. So good. Again, they come in 60 different colors. They retail for $23. And if you had to pick just one color, I would say go with this red. Again, number 402 in Untamed Fire. I absolutely love it. Even though we may not be going to a lot of places this holiday season, even if you're just with your mom and dad, or with you know, one of your best friends and your significant other, or whoever, even if you're just at home, just dress up a little bit or just throw on that red lip. I promise you, it just makes you feel so much better. The quality, the texture, everything about this lip, I just absolutely love. So again, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know it was very lengthy. Let me know if you like these kind of videos. This is only like the second makeup kind of video that I've done. Definitely just let me know if you want like simple everyday looks, like 15 minutes or less. Let me know. I can totally do that for you guys. And be sure to hit that subscribe button. Definitely leave any comments below. All the products that I used will be linked in the description box below, and be sure to follow me on Instagram. And I will also link Charles's Instagram on the bottom in the description box as well, because he did an amazing job and provided all these items for me, and did such an amazing job at picking out the colors. Like that is a true artist. So I love that. So Charles, thank you so much for this, and Makeup Forever, keep doing what you're doing, because this look, the makeup, everything is on point. So thank you guys. See you later.